Welcome everyone to another video of Feed Me Pixels. My name is Paper Sharps and today we're gonna try something a little bit different. Something we wanted to do for a long time. Yeah, we're gonna do some, what I like to call trailer dissection. We're gonna have a little bit of commentary and some news that's been roaming around lately. But first, let me introduce the people who are joining me. First of all, Mr. Joe.
Hello.
You probably know him from the
That's me.
streams.
Maybe.
And-
You might have heard of me.
How could you not? He's everywhere.
Exactly. He's Illuminati confirmed indeed. And we have someone else as well. Introduce yourself, good friend.
Hey, I'm Josh, aka Yesh. I'm just around all the time. I know a lot of people.
He hangs out with me on occasion.
True.
He's slumming it with me, you know.
He's a groupie.
You know, gotta slum it down here with these guys. Give them a little time.
Yeah. We're just gonna run a couple of trailers today. And then deliver some commentary to them. See what we think about them. And hopefully give you guys some insights about it as well.
And
First
these
of-
videos are hot.
Oh,
Super.
yeah.
Ooh,
They are smoking.
hurts.
Like, if you put your finger on the screen right now, I wouldn't do it, because you need to get a new screen right away.
they are a
Reverb,
Note 7
confirm.
hot. I mean,
Oh, damn.
real hot.
Copyright strike by Samsung. Anyhow, let's watch the first one, which is...
There are two types of beings in the universe. Those who dance and those who do not.
Guardians of the Galaxy!
Joe's excited.
Very excited for this.
Listen, how can you not be? This trailer is so fantastic.
I really like the fact that they used Hooked on a Feeling again. I know it might
Me
be
too.
a cop-out to use the same song again, but it ties it all, keeps
It-
that
it
fun
really
train
feels-
moving.
It really feels like,
Mhm.
I don't know, it's just such a great song and it really ties to the first movie so well.
I think that's what I'm most excited for the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is the soundtrack.
Yep.
The first one was top-notch, and the second one is probably going to be the same.
That Hooked on a Feeling one definitely gave the same vibes as well. Like that whole sort of meetup of it is a science fiction movie, but we're still humans with our shitty music taste, you know?
I went to a commentary with the director for the first movie, and he wasn't talking much about the second. He was just like, "Yeah, we're really excited to make it, blah blah blah," because they were like in the middle of shooting. It was awesome.
Oh, this moment
Yeah,
right
the
here.
director
I
is a
freaking
cool guy.
love this moment
Yes.
right here.
Look at those blue eyes, man. Those blue eyes just piercing
dreamy.
my soul.
You cannot refuse a hug from someone with such eyes. Come on.
I want to hug Drax. Oh yeah, that's a good hug right there. I'm jealous of that.
He's enjoying it. He shouldn't lie.
So I'm excited at the prospect that Yondu and Nebula look like they're allies in this movie. And, they might actually be directly on the team,
Yep.
not in any antagonist form.
Baby Groot!
See,
Ah!
And of course, Baby Groot.
Baby Groot, I feel like, is the biggest thing from that trailer. Like, everyone's talking about, like, "Oh my god, did you see Baby Groot?" Like, yeah, the rest of the trailer. But Baby Groot, though.
Yep.
Baby Groot was
that's
like the biggest thing
exactly
from the first
thing.
movie. Everyone was
It was.
flipping out.
Everyone
They were looking for
Baby
toys.
Groot.
I need Baby Groot toys. And
Where is Baby Groot? I need him more.
They really need to make a toy out of this one as well, because if they don't, they're gonna miss an opportunity so big for money.
easy money right there. Easy
Yeah,
money. Cash out
exactly.
right there. Do it. Disney, get on that. They're already on
So
that.
I
We know
also
they're
heard
on that.
for Guardians of the Galaxy that this time around Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone are confirmed to be on the cast.
I
Yes.
know Kurt Russell. I didn't know about Stallone. That's awesome.
I had heard a little bit about that. Not too much about Sylvester Stallone, but Kurt Russell is confirmed to be Star-Lord's father in the movie.
Oh!
But we don't know who he is, though. We don't know what character he is. So, because they've said he's not going to be Adam, whatever. He's not going to be like his father from the comics. So he's going to be somebody, but we don't know who.
Huh.
Trying to keep it interesting. Keep
Yeah,
us on our
That
feet.
is interesting.
One thing about the movie, though, and we all love Baby Groot. I don't know if I want an entire movie with Baby Groot. Are we going to have a Baby Groot that starts out as a baby and then quickly transitions back into the full-grown Groot?
a good
Or are
question.
we just going to have a Baby Groot throughout the entire thing?
So he's gonna
Kicking
be,
ass.
Yeah, he's gonna be babysat all the time.
Kicking ass Yoda style. You know, this little thing just flipping around, kicking people's butts. Is that what we're in for here?
That would be
I guess we'll
amazing.
have to see.
Yes.
Groot was awesome in the first movie, so, you know.
And
Oh my god.
most
Groot had some
important,
of the best scenes.
is he gonna have like a high pitched voice like I am Groot?
It has to be. We need
Well,
high pitched Vin Diesel in this.
He had didn't he have like a couple lines as Baby Groot in the last one, or no? Am I a crazy person?
No, he didn't say anything. We saw him just at the end when Rocket put him in the flower pot. He was like waking up, and then at the end in the credits, he was dancing. He never spoke at all.
He was dancing. I love that so much.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
This is exactly
So,
what you
it'll
said,
be-
Josh. Like every time someone discusses this movie, it just ends with the sentence, "Ah, Baby Groot."
Baby Groot! Oh, did you see him? Oh my god!
Yeah, my wife fell in love with Baby Groot, and so did I.
I mean, who didn't?
Yes, if you didn't fall in love with him, you have no soul. I'm sorry. It just
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to ask
the way
you.
it
to leave.
is.
You
Thank
gotta get yourself checked out right now.
You got a real problem.
But, I mean, at this point, I don't know if Marvel can do in their movies. It's strong. The train is going strong with no sign of stopping anytime soon.
The train is incredibly strong. The
Yep.
only
Strong.
they don't even have the controversies that like DC and other studios I guess have. The only one I can think of is them casting who was it, Tilda Swinton for Doctor Strange. And their defense is basically like, well, the character's not always Asian. And you're like, I mean, I guess. But that's pretty much the only, like, I can't really think of another Marvel, like, big controversy. People are like, oh, we're not going to go see this movie because of this. Like, no one gives a shit. Everyone's going to go see a Marvel movie because it's a Marvel movie, and it's going to be at least pretty high quality.
Of course.
Like, there's no
even
there's
the
no
low-end
terrible
Marvel movies. which
Even
I
the
guess-
lower end ones are not bad movies. They're still enjoyable. Like,
Yeah, I think people can agree that like is on low end. It's probably like Iron Man 2,
Iron Man 2, yeah.
maybe Thor 2, but those are still great movies. In my opinion.
I still enjoyed Thor 2. Like I enjoyed Iron Man 2. They're just not the movies I watch like again. I'm just like, it's fine.
I'm not sure if you guys can agree on this one, but I kind of had that with Avengers Age of Ultron. 'Cause, like, I enjoyed that movie a shit ton, but I was like, it kind of feels like a repetition act right here.
That movie, I definitely didn't love that movie. But
it didn't live up to the hype that it should have lived up to.
Like,
didn't.
The one thing I hated so much about that movie, and I still loved it, don't get me wrong, is that they hyped it up in the movie like Ultron was this ultimate badass that gives you shivers, and in the end he was just another sarcastic asshole.
Yeah, I don't know. Ultron is just he's a very interesting villain, especially in the comics, but I don't know. I think their biggest problem is their villains, because so many of them either don't feel like a threat at all, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're just, I don't know. They definitely, I think that's Marvel's current biggest problem with their movies, but it's not really not that big of a problem.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
the problem
like-
that they're running into is they're having to downscale their villains, because if they made Ultron as strong as he could possibly be, it'd be kind of hard to contain that within a film, a 2-hour film.
Yeah,
Same thing with Thanos. I don't think we're going to see a Thanos catastrophic that he is in comic books.
That's honestly a real problem, because like depending on the storyline and stuff, it's always like, oh yeah, Thanos destroyed the universe, and so
Or maybe
are
they
you gonna stop
downscaled Ultron so that they could allow Thanos to be even more powerful and to really flex his muscles. If they had gone all out with Ultron, it would have kind of been hard to top that for Thanos.
Yeah,
So maybe that was
that
the
should
plan
kind of
ahead.
make sense in the end, maybe.
But I love James Spader in that role. I love his voice.
oh, same here. I think he did a great job.
Then we are gonna move on to our next topic/trailer.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.
Red Dead Redemption, number 2.
This one, I'm very excited for this one.
People are hyped for this.
I'm very hyped that it's not GTA Online DLC, really.
And look, that's all been great DLC though. It's been so good, and it's all free.
Yes, that's what makes it solid. It's free. The music in this trailer, and I gotta say, like when I first saw, I was one of the people that was like, that was quick, and that was not a whole lot of information there. You blinked and it was over. I mean, it's only a minute long. It didn't really feel like a full trailer. But the more I've watched it now, I've grown to appreciate both the music. The music in it is fantastic. The visuals look like they're just gorgeous. So hopefully we can expect that from the
Look at
actual
damn
game.
water, that looked good.
Oh man.
And the buffalo.
Honestly, I highly doubt the visuals will be any worse in the game, because Rockstar, as far as I know, has yet to put out a trailer that doesn't actually show basically game visuals. Like even the first GTA 5 trailer, people were like, "Oh, it's downgraded." It's not downgraded one bit. Like GTA 5 looks exactly like that.
Yep.
They just chose like the right camera angles and stuff like that.
See, one thing I noticed here, which I thought was very interesting, it's like it looks like this dog and the carrion crows, whatever they are, it looks like they have some advanced AI from the last game. That would be interesting.
They do seem to. The way if you go back to that dog, it's so like someone made a gif of just the dog and just like the way it's like fur moves and the way it's like mad at the birds for basically eating his friend. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why I think Rockstar is so successful with open world games, because they have these like minute touches that like you would never notice, but it makes it feel so lived in and so real.
I remember that when I played GTA 4 for the first time, and I noticed that you could switch around the front lights from your car, and I was like, really? And then someone pointed out you could do that in GTA San Andreas as well, and I was like, I never knew that. I never knew that. But it's exactly what you say. They have so good details, which you might not even discover.
Like, I played a lot of Red Dead Redemption. I love that game. It's such a fantastic game. And I can still find videos online of people doing stuff where I'm like, wait, you can do that in the game? What? Hang on, what?
Yeah.
Just like years later, people are finding stuff in that game. And it's incredible.
Exactly. It's like on par with finding a new dungeon in an Elder Scrolls game or something.
Yeah.
The first Red Dead was one of the few games that I actually maxed out my achievements on the Xbox 360. So I also dedicated a lot of time into it.
Nice.
Love this game.
So the release is set to be in 2017 somewhere. You guys think it's gonna be fall, or you don't think it's gonna be delayed at least once?
We're gonna hope for the best.
I imagine they're going to be coordinating closely with Microsoft and the release of Scorpio to fully maximize their hardware and make the game run and look as beautiful as it can possibly be.
I assume it'll also be on PS4 Pro.
Yeah,
I would assume as well. Now,
no
the question
PC
is to be
again.
asked, what's going to happen with PC? Because the first Red Dead, still never got ported to PC, right?
Nope.
No, Red Dead Redemption has never been ported, and it will never be. Like, there's reasons, but basically the overall is it's a giant mess of code, and they're like, wait, no, we're not going to get this. It's not going to work.
I wonder if they're planning it out better this time to port it to PC.
I would assume so, simply because like the way that Red Dead Redemption was developed, I think it had multiple teams, and it was just kind of this whole mess. And so when it was eventually finished and it was running on the hardware, they were like, nobody touch anything because it's held together by tape and string. Like, don't touch a thing. Like, that's basically the gist of what I've heard about this game.
Wouldn't it be good profit for Rockstar though to at least try to get it to PC, the original as well? Because I mean, they definitely have the time and money. They made like $3 billion on GTA 5 so far.
I suppose so, but it also depends on like how big of a team they would want to dedicate to that and how long. Because like it could take. From what I understand, it was like we actually might have to remake like huge sections. And
yeah,
like, I don't think that's worth it.
I guess, and they probably have other projects lying around as well.
Like
it wouldn't work out.
I do know from what I've heard, they are making it like available to play on. I think on Xbox. It is available on Xbox One to play, like with the backwards compatibility.
Oh,
and I believe it's also available on. It's going to be available on PS4.
Oh, nice.
So it's like that's something,
Yeah.
But I don't think it's ever coming to PC.
And also something interesting about this game, Joe already mentioned it in the Feed Me Pixel Discord. Like, when is this gonna play? What is this gonna be for what part of the story?
Where's the timeline taking place here? Because the title itself, when you slap a 2 on it, in my mind, that makes it come after the previous game, in the timeline. But as a lot of people are looking into the image, you can see a certain character in their promotional image that's floating around.
I don't want to read too much into any of it, just because Rockstar, they want to reveal stuff when they want to reveal stuff, and that's about the best you're going to get from them. Mm-hmm. And so I try not to read too much into it, but at the same time, I'm like, who is that? Who's this person? Is that like, what does that pixel mean?
I did a little bit of research into this, and I'll keep it as just no spoilers at all. Apparently, Outside Xbox made an interesting comment saying there were buffaloes, and on the GTA website, they was talking about the heart of America. So it's gonna be like in the more towards the east. And if you see in this
Okay.
frame actually, there's a lamppost at the end, so that kind of confirms that it is probably more to the east. And it could be, outside Xbox speculated that it could be set in the 1880s, 1890s, since, well, the first game was kind of at the end of the Wild West in 1911.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So this would back up the theories going around of the suspected timeline.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also
Interesting.
something I found interesting, I don't remember where I got this one, but it could be possible, like there's nothing hinting in the trailer, but it could be possible that they might do another character switch mechanic like they did in GTA 5.
I would pretty much expect that. The way they're marketing with the promotional, I feel like that would be the case in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not the entire team. That would actually be kind of cool, the entire team. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like 7 people, right?
yeah, I can see them doing that, and that would be fun. I'd enjoy it. I really like that mechanic in GTA 5. I was a big
Yeah.
fan.
It works so well in GTA 5.
It was so much fun with the heists. I remember sniping through that window. It was so much fun.
I mean, pretty much, since we don't have a ton of information, it's like just kind of hope for the best and just be like, we'll see when they decide to tell us more.
Yeah. But I think we'll leave it at that and not tread into any other spoiler territory from the previous game or whatever.
Looks amazing. I hope it's good.
It's gonna be a good-looking game. That's what we can pretty much expect at this point.
we can see that now. Looks amazing.
So let us move on to the last subject then, which I found the most interesting, the one I'm really hyped about. But let's just...
I am also so hyped for this.
Looks a little
I
bit
think
more
I'm so hyped.
bland without the sound for me now.
I
Yeah,
think
just
I'm
like-
so hyped for this.
Yeah.
Because like I see the new Zelda and I see like a new Mario they're teasing and also like great Wii U games. I'm just like, I need this in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, coming from someone who hasn't really participated in anything in many years now, I mean, the last time I played a Nintendo game or product was, well, I mean, I did play a little bit of the original 3DS, but really it was back in the N64. That's the extent of my Nintendo life right there.
That's a while
But,
back, Joe.
Yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
a while
I never bought into the Wii U or anything like that. I mean, I played it at friends' houses and stuff, and I enjoyed it for what it was. And what I can really commend Nintendo on is, you know, when the market is staying pretty straightforward as far as just, you know, putting raw power into your machines, trying to get the best graphics you can, talking about, you know, Xbox, PlayStation, and, you know, obviously PC. Nintendo takes a different route, and they go for innovation. The original Wii, you know, first console to do motion controls, and while the sales of the Wii, you know, died off pretty quickly and didn't do as great as it probably could have been. But actually, I'm thinking of the Wii U. The Wii did great.
I was like, the Wii did.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Wii U. The Wii did great in sales, but the Wii U, I think that's when people were
The
like,
Wii U
all right,
was,
we've had enough.
not great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have the Wii U, and like I said, I think it's a fantastic piece of hardware, but as you pointed out, Joe, like the requirements to have games with the little gimmicky things with the second screen was not a great decision, because there was not a lot of third-party development in the end.
There was not.
And that's what it really boils down to, is third-party support.
I think a big problem for them too was they were forcing developers to split resources between like they're basically developing for like a last generation console hardware wise, and then to also have extra resources towards the second screen. I think
Yeah.
a lot of developers were just like, we can't put this much time and money into this, versus just developing for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. You know,
Exactly.
Mhm,
But
for sure.
this time around, there's a shit ton of third-party developers. Have you guys seen the
there
list?
is.
I saw the
people-
list.
I
Yeah.
love how many developers are like, yes, we're 100% on this, because
Mhm.
that makes me much more excited.
I'm just gonna run through a couple of names, but I'll just put the picture on the screen in the video. There's Activision, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Capcom, EA Games, what else there? Konami still making games apparently, Sega, Telltale Games, Ubisoft, and a lot more.
I was surprised to see Skyrim up there, so that was pretty cool.
That is
they're
pretty
porting-
cool.
That is funny that you say that, Joe, because I looked it up as well, and apparently a spokesperson from Bethesda neither confirmed or denied that Skyrim will come on the Switch. So that's a little
Even
bit
though
of
it's
an
in the
oops.
trailer.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an oops for the trailer.
I think it's more like it's like a game like this, and they just show Skyrim. Like, okay, well,
What
You
I
mean
think is
Skyrim?
why he said that is because in a couple of days already. I think it is like pretty soon Skyrim Remastered is coming out, so they're just like you need to buy that
pretty
as well, and then you can also buy it for the Switch. But please don't wait for the Switch.
I'm really excited for the Switch. I don't have a Wii U right now. I have in the past, but there's quite a few games I've missed on the Wii U that I've just played at other places like Smash and just whatever, like Bayonetta 2. And it seems to be backwards compatible. I'm not gonna get too much hopes up for that just because, since they show certain games being played, I'm like, oh, okay.
One thing I actually looked up was they've confirmed that physical games from Wii U or 3DS or anything like that are not going to be compatible.
I wouldn't
well.
expect it. So
That's kind of implying the digital versions probably will.
yeah, because it doesn't use discs. It uses cartridges.
Yeah.
I believe they're calling them game cards now. I'm not sure.
The basics of the thing, because we just talked about it, we didn't really say how the thing works. I mean, most people probably looked it up. We'll just run through it real quickly. So it's basically a console handheld hybrid, where the controller can be made into a handheld by withdrawing the console from, what's it called? The charge thingy?
Little dock.
Yeah,
The
like
little
the
dock,
yeah.
indeed. And the controller sides can also be removed. That's pretty cool.
I really like the cool removable controllers that then it's like a second controller. I think that's just an interesting thing. That's definitely a very Nintendo thing to do.
Exactly.
Multiplayer gaming on the go. Just break your controllers apart and here you go. Go at it.
One
But,
thing
yeah,
though, they didn't really look really comfortable to the hands.
Yeah, they're not very large.
I mean, I've got big hands, man. I don't know. That's gonna
Look at this. Does this look something Joe could fit in his hands?
I don't know.
It's a cool, innovative feature. If nothing else, it's cool that the option is there.
It is.
Yep.
It's definitely cool.
And think of the opportunities, man, of custom controllers just coming with a game and putting them on the side.
I have seen some mock-ups for that, and it is cool, but at the same time, I think that's a problem similar to the problems that Rock Band and Guitar Hero ran into, where people just had a bunch of plastic shit, and they're like, I don't want this much junk in my house, because you use it for one game, and you're like, I don't need this. Why do I have all of these things?
And you're definitely gonna lose them as well.
Yeah, you're like,
gonna lose one part
guess I
of
don't
the
have the
controller.
Resident Evil one anymore.
I'm gonna play that one with the Pokemon Snap one. Oh well.
One other thing from the trailer I didn't know before this trailer was that Splatoon is apparently an esport. So that was kind of shocking to me.
Yeah, look at this. Was it over here? Where's the cool CG audience? There it is.
There it is, man. All those people there to watch Splatoon.
We are
Splatoon.
totally humans.
But no, I'm really rooting for Nintendo. While I might not necessarily buy the Switch. I still am rooting for them. I hope they do well because it's good to have that competition in the market, have that innovation in the market, and more power to them.
And it's something different. It's just not the exact, because the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are so similar, and they're so similar to a PC.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
Yeah, you're basically getting the same experience. On
That's
all
exactly
three.
where I wanted to go with the discussion, because I feel like the Xbox One and PS4 are becoming way too much like a PC, and I just love Nintendo for still remembering things like couch co-op. Like when Halo 5 came out without split screen, I was fucking angry. I was like, I love split screen on Halo. Why do you have to put this out of there?
Yeah, those days are gone with the Xbox and PS4, basically. So Nintendo's keeping it strong.
It's also one of the reasons why I bought a gaming PC in the first place after the Xbox 360. Like, I still got an Xbox One and a Wii U, but that's probably the last ones. I didn't even get a PS4.
Like, some of my best gaming this year has been playing on the Wii U, playing Smash or other couch co-op games. It's just because they do have that sense where you are next to the person you're fighting against, or you're next to the person you're trying to do the same thing. You're like, oh no, move it over there, do whatever,
Exactly.
It's a very different feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's so much more fun to just look each other in the eyes and just go like, ha, I just gave you a blue shell, buddy, and he's just looking at you, I would want to fucking kill you if we weren't friends.
That's That's what friendship's all about right there.
Exactly.
That's exactly why Mario Party is fun, because when you fuck over somebody, you can just look them in the eye like, haha, yeah, that's right, and then they threaten to murder you, and it gets really real.
I loved me some Mario Party back in the day. I miss those days.
I think the best thing that Nintendo can do right now is to try and be as clear as possible what this console is and how it works, because that killed them with the Wii U. So many people were like, so the Wii U is like, people thought it was just an add-on controller for the Wii, and so they didn't buy it because like, I don't need that. Nobody realized it was a brand new console. Like,
being completely honest, I was one of those people.
So many people were, because like the casual market and even just, you know, people that are pretty well informed about gaming, they're like, oh, this is just like an add-on. They're like, no, it's a whole new thing. It's not a Wii at all. Like, calling it a Wii U, I think, was a huge mistake.
Yep.
Yeah, it
that
took
was
me
the
a little
first
while
mistake.
to catch on to the fact that it was a new console. I thought the same thing, that this is a controller. Oh, well, cool. It's gimmicky,
Just
but
like,
yeah, whatever.
Man.
Oh, wait, this is their next-gen console. Oh, now
Nintendo
I got it.
So many
2 to 3 years
marketing
later,
mistakes.
Joe just realized, oh, right.
It was
Joe
just like last week.
He actually just found out.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for coming around, and maybe I'll see you guys next time for this. I'm still not sure how to call this, but we'll see you next time, Feed Me Pixel folks, and remember, go Nintendo.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye!
Goodbye. I think
Go
that about
Nintendo.
covers it.
I love you.
It was nice sitting down and talking about this with you guys. I like discussing this stuff with other intellectuals. You know.
Oh wow! Now I feel flattered. You're blushing
That's
over
us.
here.
Intellectuals.
Yes, that's the three of us.
I'm not an idiot at all.
Tune in next week when we're playing Overwatch and cursing because Reinhardt or Reaper is pinning us again.
Listen, let me tell you about this fucking Torbjorn, alright?